Hi traders, this is Prakash Gaba here. Nifty view for 15th March 2021, Monday. Well, let's see. Nifty had a massive close here, a negative close. It is negative. Let us look at the Nifty in a broader perspective. Nifty had a very strong resistance and a target of 15,471. This 15,471 is a strong resistance on a higher time frame basis on a geometrical way. When you use geometry, that's a very strong resistance. It is a tough resistance to cross. It is not easy. And once it crosses that and closes above it for a couple of days on a weekly basis, then the next logical technical target becomes 17,635. So that's a massive around 2,000 points rise from here, over 2,200 points. That's a possibility. When you look at the structure is still positive. So this is positive, one. Number two, this is the previous top here. It has held above it, came momentarily, this is a daily time frame chart, it came below it for a day and it closed above it. So this breach was there. When I look at the structure like this, the entire thing, the bar that is formed here is a negative bar, is an indecisive negative bar where the high was 15,431. I think 431 or 435 was the target. Yeah, I think 432 was the higher. That target is nearly achieved when you look at 15,471 because when you look at the on a percentage, it matches to the third degree decimal. So targets are achieved. So even if it does go up by few points, plus minus 15,471, the target is achieved. So I was expecting either a lower top like this or maybe a higher top like this, something like a false breakout and coming down. That is still a possibility. But because 15,471 is not very easy to cross, because the market has run up a lot, that is why it is not easy to cross. Anyway, it came down and went up here. This is a strong resistance, weak bar. This also is a weak bar. This has consumed two bars. In a way, it's weak. So there's a very good chance we could see a gap down open and then an up move here because we have around 12 or 13 trading sessions until the 31st March. That is the financial year close. So far, the trend is still intact up. But in this uptrend, there is some kind of a weakness bar. One bar, second bar is big, third bar is big. This bar is not a weak bar to me. To me, it's an exhaustion bar on the downside to be covered back. So there's a struggle going on here. So there's a very good chance we could see sideways move, some kind of a consolidation. And after a consolidation, a fresh breakout from 15,475 to 17,635 is also possible. But looks like it's sideways. This is when I look at Nifty on a higher time frame basis. Let us look at Nifty from an internal perspective. Well, internal perspective, when I look at the chart, it opened with a gap up that had to be sold into and we found it a low coming in. This was a breach moment it broke down the previous top. It has seen a close above the 15,000 mark. To my mind, 15,000 is not a very important level to watch. The important level is around 14,800. So you may breach 15,000. 15,000 is a psychological support. That's all. Now, if it opens, now what could happen? If it opens with the gap closer to 15,160, some selling could come in and stays sideways. If it opens the gap down closer to 14,800, some buying could come in and an up move should result and we should close somewhere closer to 15,000. There are two scenes available. Gap up open, comes down, gap down open, goes up because technically we are still into a trading zone. Trading zone in a higher time frame basis, trapped between 15,200 on the large or 15,300 or 2, I think 300 and possibly 14,800 zones. That's a trap zone. Trading would be difficult. Only for professional traders is good, but to my mind, it's a bit difficult proposition. When you look at the chal, which we call it the chal of Nifty, the way it has gone up from here to here up, is a good strength. But this up move is not a very good up move. That is why what you saw was this kind of a fall. So I would say that if it opens somewhere here, good chance it can go up to 15,200. If it opens flat, or even possibly 14,800. Only thing is you have to see, mark your points, the sand points, and trade those points. Like I say, trade what you see, not what you think. Trade the markets, not the focus. Trading is only about making money, nothing else. And meantime, yes, enjoy the ride.